You guys asked for some spooky story time? Listen to this. This was submitted by one of my followers out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and he said this is the most terrifying thing he ever experienced in his life. He was working around the Madisonville area in Knoxville. He went out to a home that was getting ready to be viewed by a couple, and he wanted to go out ahead of them just to check everything, make sure it was all right, just to do a once-over. And he noted that this was a very bright, sunny day, a beautiful day. He went into the home. It was very big, very nice, very spacious, but he did say even though it was bright outside, that the house was kind of dark inside. So he thought it would be a good idea to go open up all the blinds and all the curtains just so it would look a little more homey, it wouldn't be so dark. And just after he had done this, he was walking back through the living room when something caught his attention out of the corner of his eye. He said a huge dark mass, a black figure, ran through the yard. He stopped to do a double take to see what it was, expecting to see a dog or a bear, maybe a worst case scenario, but he didn't see anything. He put it in the back of his mind, then he went up the large spiral staircase leading to the second floor, where he went to the bedrooms to open up the blinds and curtains like he had did downstairs. As he was going on about his business, he heard something downstairs that sounded like in the living room area or the foyer. He expected it to be the couple who was buying the home. So he just kind of came out of the bedroom, started walking back toward the spiral staircase to go back downstairs to greet them, when he noticed this huge, large mass at the bottom of the stairs, like he had seen outside, that's quickly making its way up. He was completely taken back by this. He rubbed his eyes to make sure he was seeing what he was seeing, and this thing just kept coming. It wasn't slowing down, and as he started stepping back, he actually tripped over his own feet. At that point, instead of getting up, he was filled with fear, terror, didn't know what it was. He just kind of scooted back against a wall, and he seen this thing more clearly. When it got to the top of the stairs, he said he could see this thing wasn't just a black mass, but it had on a black robe, what we would think the Grim Reaper or Death would look like. Where its eyes were two dark holes, voids, nothing, no eyeballs, but above each eye and below each eye were red triangles painted above this thing's soulless voids where its eyes should have been. Not knowing what else to do, he started rebuking this thing in the name of Jesus Christ. He began to pray, he began to call out to Jesus, and immediately this thing vanished. He immediately got up, ran in one of the bedrooms, locked the door, and said he stayed in there probably 15 or 20 minutes before he dared come back out. He didn't tell me what happened after that, if the couple showed up or if he just left. I don't know the outcome, but I do know that this gentleman was absolutely terrified by what he's seen. If you have a story like this or anything else you would like to share, send it my way.